it's Abby from Make Life Your Runway, and I'm here with a collab with Mariella. She is here on YouTube as well. I have actually collabed with her in the past. We did a weekly Shop My Stash, or weekly makeup basket together a while back. I don't remember, maybe like 6 months ago-ish. But if you like the content that I post on my channel, you will love her content. It's very similar as far as weekly makeup baskets. Get ready with me. She does a lot of product reviews and also a lot of very beautiful, colorful makeup looks. So if you are new to her, go check her out. And if you are new to me from her channel, hi, welcome. I'm Abby. I do weekly makeup baskets, get ready with me, hauls, all that fun stuff. It's just, we do things over here. We keep it real, okay? Okay. Today we are going to do a this or that hyped YouTube products, and it's not necessarily dupes or things that are cheaper, just based off what is hyped here on YouTube and what our preferences are. We just picked wanted to share with you our favorites. I don't know what she's picked. She doesn't know what I picked, so I'm excited to see what her preferences are. But if you're curious to see what products I'm going to share with you guys, then just keep watching. Here we go. Like I said, this is not a dupes. This is not cheaper, affordable versions of things. Some products are around the same price point. Some might be more expensive versus not. That's not really the point. The point is just preferences. It's hard to navigate on YouTube what's actually worth your money with all the beauty influencers, people being sent products, people getting paid to talk about products. It's hard to know like where you should actually spend your money. I am not sponsored by anyone, neither is Mariella, so it's just kind of like average people who buy their makeup. Here are our preferences, and just so you know, I have dry skin, so I really like luminous makeup, and that's about it as far as like background on what I like. So let's just jump into the product. Alright, first off, I'm going to talk about two L'Oreal foundations. One is the L'Oreal Pro Glow and one is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. The 24-Hour Fresh Wear is newer on the market compared to the Pro Glow, and I have my Fresh Wear in 415 and the Pro Glow is in 202 Creamy Natural. I will say I really like both of these products, but if I were going to pick my preference over the two, it would be the L'Oreal Pro Glow. L'Oreal Pro Glow. I've gone through 3 of these. This is my 3rd one and I love it. I just like how it sits on my skin. It looks really natural, like it could be actually my skin, and then as the day goes on it gets a little bit more glowy but never looks greasy or anything like that. I will say though, this is a hard comparison because I really love the L'Oreal Infallible. It does look very natural and products sit well on top of it. But if we have to be cutthroat and pick preferences, it's the Pro Glow for sure. Okay, we have another drugstore battle. This is setting spray. So we have the L'Oreal Shake and Glow Dew Mist, and then we have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus 3-in-1 Primer Water. This one is in Rose. I've gone through, this is my 2nd one. I think the other scent I did was Coconut, and I probably just gave it away. My preference is definitely the Wet n Wild, mostly because the sprayer on this is super nice. It just gives a nice, I don't know, like super, ooh, you see, it's like not heavy, it's not like attacking your face, it's just a nice spread of spray, and the formula itself is really cool because I use it in multiple ways. It's true the 3-in-1. I'll put it on before makeup and then I'll do all my face and powders, do it again, do my eyeshadows, finish up the look, and then do it again. And I just really love this, and it's so affordable. It's like $5 and you can get it on sale from time to time for even cheaper, and I just think it's a really nice product. The thing that gets me with the L'Oreal is the sprayer. It's just like, I feel like I spray and I spray and I spray and nothing is hitting my face. Very similar to the Morphe setting spray, if you've ever had that, where it's like basically water misting on your face. Like if you go to like a water park or something and you walk through a mister, it like feels like nothing is happening. So I feel like I haven't even gotten a good chance to try this formula because I'm like, is it on my face yet. So I think what I'm going to do is I have another bottle of this that's empty. I think I might pour this in just to see like if I even like the formula. But of these two, it's definitely going to be the Wet n Wild 3-in-1 Primer Water. They have different scents. I have found the formula is consistent among the scents. But I'm sorry, L'Oreal. I'm sorry. Okay, let's just continue this drugstore battle while we're at it. So here we have two products that are pretty new to the market within the last 6 months, I would say. So we have right here, we have the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer, and then we have the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. And this, I do enjoy it. My number is in 355 Vanilla. And then with the e.l.f., I have in Fair Beige, which is this really light one, and then I have Medium Peach, which is more of my skin tone. I would say of these two products, this is also a very tight one, just like the foundation, but I'm actually going to go with the e.l.f. Camo. Obviously, I have two of them. They're $5 each, and if you find your shade on the first try, like it's $5, but if you have to get a couple to make your shade work, it's still only $10, which is about the price of this one. And I just like that this one is a little bit more of a thicker consistency. You need very little and it blends out really nicely. This one, again, I do like it a lot, but just not as much. Like if I were walking in the store, I would pick up this one over this one. The e.l.f. the Fair Beige is the first one I bought, and it was really light, and I was thinking about taking it back to the store. But what I have found is if I put it like right in my pores and then do like my normal color underneath my eyes, which this is the concealer I have on today, it just makes like the center point in my face super bright, and I just like the way it sculpts my face. But they're both good, but if I were walking the store with you, I'd be like, get it. Get this one. Get it. Okay. Okay, let's take a break from the drugstore battles and really kick it up high end. So right here I have two setting powders. I have the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. It is in translucent. And then I have the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder, and they just have one shade, which is translucent. And I have had the Hourglass one just a little bit longer than the Born This Way, and it took me a really long time to pick up the Born This Way because of the reviews on Ulta. It said that it was more made for oily skin, and like I said, I have dry skin, and then I heard so many people say that this one was good for dry skin, so I picked up this one. But when Too Faced went on 21 Days of Beauty, I grabbed this, and y'all, Too Faced. It's Too Faced. I love it so much, and I don't find it dries out my skin or looks bad on my dry skin. I just love it. Adds like just a very, very subtle glow. It adds a beautiful finish that you don't even really see the powder sitting on your face. You don't need a whole lot to set your face with it. And I do like the Hourglass, but I just don't feel like it's as magical as everyone on YouTube hyped it to be. I think it's good. I think it's pretty. And I think it's finely milled, very similar to Laura Mercier if you've tried that one. But I don't think it is as magical as everyone on YouTube was saying. If I walked into the store, I would get the Too Faced one. And there's not a huge price difference between them. Maybe like $10, so it's significant. But I would definitely repurchase the Too Faced over the Hourglass any day of the week, and I recommend the Too Faced. If you want to splurge and you're really interested in Hourglass, I don't think you'll be disappointed, but I don't think you're going to be as wild as everyone on YouTube hyped it to be. So, Too Faced for sure. Alright, next, I think the prices would be pretty similar, but you're getting less quality if you were to look at it from that point. But I'm just talking about overall preference. And I have here Morphe palettes, and then I have here Huda Beauty palettes. And I have obviously 3 Morphe palettes. I have Morphe 15 in Neutral, which looks like this. And then I have the Morphe 35M Boss Mood, which very colorful, great assortment of product or colors, all that good stuff. And then I have the Jaclyn Hill palette, and it looks like this. Alright, Alright, so those are the 3 Morphe palettes I personally own. And then I have 2 Huda palettes. One is Huda Mob Obsessions, and they're just these little cardboard packaging. They do have nice mirrors on them, and here's what this one looks like. It has a mix of matte and shimmer. And then I have the Huda Beauty Coral Obsessions. Again, exact same packaging. It has a mirror, and then these are the colors. Again, a good mix of matte and shimmer. And just so you can see them next to each other, this is what they look like. Y'all, I bought Morphe palettes because of the hype of them. Everyone talks about them, and I think the price versus how much product you get in them is really amazing. But if you were to talk about the actual quality of them, it's very hit or miss. Super hit or miss, even within the same palette. So like this Boss Mood palette, some of these colors are absolutely stunning and they blend really well together, but then other ones, like, I can't make them work, or when I go to blend them with other colors, they don't blend well, and it just turns out to be kind of a muddy mess. And I have applied these to my eyes and then just wiped it completely off. I don't know, it's just some formula over here isn't the same as formula over here, and I find that to be true in all of their palettes. You just have some colors that are amazing, and then you have colors that aren't. Like, I know with the 15N, I can tap into Selfie, Shook, Va Va Voom, and those are really pretty together, but then some of the other colors just don't blend as nicely together. I would say overall the quality of this palette is better and more consistent through the palette than their other palettes. And then I bought the Jaclyn Hill because of the height. I talked recently about how I have the Jaclyn Hill palette just sitting out on my vanity just so I can get through it. I haven't even used it enough to know if the formula is consistent within itself, but I have heard of the Morphe palettes. This one is one of the better ones. But okay, so those are the Morphe ones. And then with Huda, I only have these 2, but they have so many within this range. And I like that they're all like super similar packaging, and they even now have the ones that are like one color, so you can get like a bright green or a bright orange, that kind of thing. And I would say of these 2, I would 100% recommend the Huda Beauty ones. You're going to get less product in them compared to the Morphe palettes, but with that said, it's going to be better quality. So you're going to pay for colors that you actually will gravitate towards and use and love, opposed to colors that you just have a lot that you probably won't even touch. I know that within this big palette, the Boss Mood palette, there are colors in here that I will never really use. I don't know, like, I think because they're in here, I might use them, but they're not colors I naturally gravitate towards. Whereas with these, they're kind of like customized because you pick which one you want, and you pick like the color that you want, and you can just get things that are more within your preference, opposed to just buying a lot because it's cheap. So these I definitely recommend over the Morphe palettes. And not to say Morphe's bad versus Huda, not that, just as, you know, preferences. Products hyped on YouTube, this would be my preference for sure. And they're not bad. I think they're about $20, $25. So if you get it during a VIB sale or a gift card, it's not a bad deal at all. Alright, we got another drugstore battle coming back at ya. So I have 2 sponges here. One is the L'Oreal sponge that is talked about a lot here on YouTube. I know Jam Beauty 89 talks about it all the time. And then we also have the Sonia Kashuk sponge as well. I got both of these from Target, and Sonia Kashuk is only at Target, I believe. Maybe you could find it on Amazon, but of these 2, I would 100% recommend the L'Oreal. This Sonia Kashuk one is like abusive. Okay, when the Sonia Kashuk gets wet, it's still really hard, and it almost like hits the face so hard that it like picks up product off the face. So I've had some really bad makeup days with this because of that. Whereas this one, it stays soft, and when you pounce it on your face, it just applies the makeup beautifully, and I don't know. I just prefer it. They're the exact same price point. But I definitely would not recommend Sonia Kashuk to anyone. I know some people really like them, so I don't know. Try at your own risk. But I have talked about how hard these are in the in previous videos, and people are like, yes, 100%, I agree. So definitely I would pick L'Oreal over Sonia. Sorry, Sonia. Okay, we have some higher end versus drugstore coming at ya. So Catrice and Buxom. This is the Buxom Primer Infused Blush. This particular one is in Wonderlust. And then this is Catrice Blush Box. And this one is in Golden Coral. I haven't necessarily heard this particular blush we talked about a lot, but Catrice in general. And Catrice is an affordable brand at Ulta, and I have loved really everything that I have tried from them. And then I got this Buxom blush because they were really hyped when they came out, and they're both pretty coral peach shades. Can I say coral and peach? Probably not. But I really like these colors of them, and I think they both look really nice on the skin, and they're not like dupes by any means. They're just beautiful blushes. But what I like, or which one I like best, is the Catrice over the Buxom, just because Catrice, you can blend it, or blend, yes, but build it up on the skin, so you can get either a super blushy look, or you can make it look really subtle, just depending on like what look you're going for. Whereas the Buxom goes in hot. You have to be very careful to lightly dip in and then tap it on your face. And once it's there, you can blend it a little bit, but it's already just a thick layer, and it's kind of hard to have it be less than that. So of these, I would pick Catrice, and they are more affordable. Like I said, this one is in Golden Coral. And I just picked up another one from Ulta during their summer online sale that looks kind of like NARS Orgasm. I forget the color of it, but it'll be in an upcoming haul. But of these two, I would go ahead and save some coin and try the Catrice out. And every video that I have this on in, people always ask what my blush is. So I just think super stunning, and you'll save some money. Alright, another high-end versus drugstore. Y'all about to be shook? Y'all about to be shook? This is L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It, and this is the Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light. And I would say these products are similar, but again, none of these are dupes. So let me open these up. Here is what they look like. So the L'Oreal and the Hourglass are very similar in the sense they texture is similar, and the fact that they're buildable. Those two things are very similar between the bronzers. But my preference is definitely the L'Oreal Lumi. I love Hourglass, and if you guys are regulars here on my channel, you know Hourglass is like my favorite high-end splurge, feel your best type product or brand. But this particular product just looks a little bit orange, and it's not consistent. Like, I always love my bronzer when I use this, and I love that I can really build it up and just look really bronze for summer, like bronze goddess. It works great for like all year. But I prefer this one, where this one can kind of look orange, or sometimes it looks muddy, or sometimes it like doesn't look great, but then other times it looks amazing, and I'm like, why don't I wear this more? So I think it just doesn't play well with other products. You kind of have to figure out what products it likes and only use it with those products, where this one, across the board, it's always going to look good. So this is definitely going to save you some money if you went for the Lumi. The Lumi itself is still like $15, like $10 to $15 depending where you pick it up, which, like, L'Oreal, who are you? But this one is like $50, so it's still like a significant price savings if you just went with the Lumi, and that would be my recommendation. I like it. Okay, we have two more comparisons. We're back to drugstore versus drugstore, and we're going to talk about nail polish. I, in December, January, February, was getting dip polish on my nails, but I finally wanted it off because it's just too much money to keep up with, and it's too much of a time trap that you have to go get them refilled so much, and there isn't a place next to me, so I had to drive like 25 minutes, spend an hour at the salon, drive 25 minutes home, spend like $50. It was just too much for me to personally maintain. So I've been kind of going through nail polishes, and plus it took my nails a really long time to recover after having dip on for 3 months. They were paper thin, and it took like 3 months or so for them to be long and healthy and not so paper thin. So I've been playing a lot with drugstore nail polishes just to see which ones I like. And so today I have a couple to show you. So Essie is very popular. This one is Lighten the Mood, and I love these like pale pink colors. And then we have Sally Hansen Insta-Dry. The one that's on my nails is 203 Buff and Tumble. And then we also have this one, which is 543 Show Stealer. And the price point, these are about $10 and these are about $5. I would say my preference would be the Sally Hansen. I just find they stay on my nails just a little bit longer than the Essie. They're so much easier to apply because the brush is like wide, so it's easier to coat all the brushes, where this one is just a very standard, I don't know, circular tiny brush, so it's a little bit harder to get the product on, where these are wide and you really have to like wipe the product off, but you can really coat the whole nail in like 2 swipes. I really love them. Like I said, I think they stay on just a little bit longer. I did do my nails with this one on, when did I do them? Tuesday? And it's Friday, so, and they're not chipped too bad considering I was soaking in a pool all day yesterday and I've been doing a lot of cleaning. So whereas this one I know would have been like completely gone. And I know a lot of that is controversial because people are going to say like, what do you use for a base coat? What do you use for a top coat? But I use the same with both, and I find that the Sally Hansen lasts a little longer. So, yeah, that would be my preference. Plus, again, you're going to save just a couple of dollars, not a huge difference. But I love these, but this is still good. Okay, and finally, we are down to the last 2 products, and it is another high-end versus drugstore. So I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in taupe, and mine did have a little bit of a disaster. The spoolie broke off. But then I also have the L'Oreal Brow Stylist. Mine is dark blonde, and I've actually repurchased this L'Oreal one before. This is my preference over these 2. I think the Brow Wiz is okay. It's just super hard. Like, it's a hard formula. And I do get pretty brows when I use it, but sometimes I find it takes a few brows out when I do it just because the formula is that hard. Whereas this one is very similar, like the tip is very similar, but it's just a little bit softer of a material, and I do really enjoy using it, and apparently it doesn't go back down. Good to know. But yeah, of these 2, I would definitely recommend L'Oreal Brow Stylist, and they have a lot of different color options. I know there's a lot in the Brow Wiz, but they also have, let me grab it. They also have the wider one that ABH has. This one is called the Brow Stylist Shape and Fill, and it's like they're wider, and like I said, ABH has a similar one. And this color I picked is a little bit off for me, which is operator error, not the product, but I do, I just like these better. That's it. Sorry. I will finish this up. I've had it for a super long time and there's still a ton of product in it, but it's just not my favorite, so I don't use it that much. Alright everyone, that is everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed the idea and the recommendations. Let me know down below if you have bought some hype products and found preferences, things you like to use over other things. Make sure you go check out Mariella. I can't wait to see what products she has selected because I'm gonna be going shopping. Just a couple of things. This top is from American Eagle. I have it in a haul you can find on my channel. This Fitbit wristband is from Amazon. I will link it down below. And I've already told you my nail polish. It is the Insta-Dry Buff and Tumble by Sally Hansen, and the products on my face are from my weekly makeup basket, the Unpack With Me. So maybe that will answer some questions you may have had while watching the video. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'm a very small channel. You will lose me into the YouTube world unless you subscribe and turn on your notifications. Then we will be together forever. But that's all I have for you guys. I hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!